Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to live through a real, honest-to-goodness renaissance? You know, a time when brand new tools just completely change how we create things? Well, here's a wild thought. You might not have to wonder. You might be living in one right now.
And that's a huge claim, right? The idea here isn't just that AI is some new tech trend. No, the argument is that this is a massive historical shift, something on the same level as the artistic explosion that happened back in 15th century Florence. And that's the real question, isn't it? Is this just a lot of hype, or are we actually in the middle of something truly profound? Well, to figure that out, we've got to look past the headlines and do a direct comparison between what's happening now and what happened way back then.
So, to really get a grip on our current moment, it actually helps to look back at another one. Let's put the tools and the big ideas that sparked these two incredible eras of creativity side by side.
When you do that, the parallels are, well, they're kind of striking. Think about it. The printing press opened up knowledge to everyone, a lot like how generative AI is opening up creation. New oil paints gave artists this incredible new level of control, kind of like how digital tools give us an infinite palette. And hey, even the old patrons of the arts have their modern-day equivalent in creative platforms that fund and share new work. The patterns, they're really hard to ignore. All right, so let's zoom in on the core technology that's driving all this change. You can think of it as the new paintbrush, the new chisel, and the new printing press, all rolled into one powerful package. At the very heart of this is generative AI. And this isn't about just editing a photo or adding a filter. No, this is about creating something totally new, right from scratch, just from a simple description. It's basically a conversation between a human idea and machine execution. And don't let anyone tell you this is just pushing a button. Using these tools is a real skill. It's like a three-step dance. First, it starts with a vision in your head. Then you have to translate that vision into just the right language. That's the prompt. And finally, you become a curator, sifting through the results, picking the best ones, and refining them. It's an active, hands-on process. So it makes sense, right? If the tools are changing this dramatically, then the role of the person using them has to be changing too. What does it even mean to be an artist today? Now, this is a really important point. This is not about the death of artistic skill. Not at all. It's about a redefinition of that skill. The focus is shifting away from just the technical craft of the hand and more towards the clarity and the vision of the mind's eye. You can think of it like this. The Renaissance artist was a master craftsman, a polymath who had to know about pigments and anatomy and physics, the whole shebang. Today's AI artist, they're more like a film director. They're a master of vision, guiding this huge, complex tool to bring their unique idea to life. And what happens when you lower the barrier for creating something this much, this fast? Well, something absolutely incredible happens. You don't just get a little more art, you get an explosion. It's like we're watching a Cambrian explosion of creativity. Seriously. New styles are being born, remixed, and even thrown away in a matter of days, not decades. Anyone with an idea can now actually give it a visual form. And that's leading to a sheer volume of expression the world has just never seen before. Just let that number sink in for a second. Over 100 million images every single day. That's more creative output in a week than was probably produced in the entire 15th century. The scale is just, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. So who is making all this stuff? Well, look at this. It's practically everyone. Unlike past art movements that were usually for a small, select group, this revolution includes professional artists, sure, but also hobbyists, students, and even people who never ever considered themselves creative. It's a true democratization of expression. But, you know, just like any powerful revolution, this one isn't simple. This new creative power is forcing all of us to confront some very difficult and very important questions. We are completely in uncharted territory here. And the thing is, the technology is moving at lightning speed, way faster than our laws, our ethics, and even our philosophies can keep up. And it's making us grapple with some really fundamental stuff. Things like, who's the author when a human and an AI collaborate? How do we value art made in seconds versus art that takes years? What are the ethical lines we need to draw? And what even is art anymore? There are no easy answers here. And you know that's the most exciting and maybe a little intimidating part of this whole thing. This story isn't finished. We're not just observing it. We are the characters in it. The rules are being written right now by all of us through how we choose to use, to regulate, and to think about these incredible new tools. The first Renaissance gave us humanism, a whole new vision of our place in the universe. I mean, it changed everything. So as we stand here at the dawn of this new creative age, the ultimate question isn't really about the technology. It's about what it's going to reveal and what it's going to change about us.